you live on Lagos Television. I am Ajibola Ojeshola.
It's good to have you back.
Look at me smiling for
Why are you laughing?
Because we're happy that you're back.
Yes, and it's not
Because
an all
I missed
ladies
you.
affair
I
Joy.
missed you.
today.
There was nobody to tax me. There was nobody to ask me for money to make her hair.
Oui.
There was nobody to ask me for
Why are you
money
asking
to
for that?
eat.
Is it your husband?
So I had my piece.
It's
Well,
nice
you're
to have
welcome.
Ajibola back
Ah,
with us.
Is it nice?
But it's really nice to have you back. But unfortunately,
I'm
Ajibola
beginning
is
to be
not here
jealous
with
of you
us.
guys, of you ladies now.
Why?
And I wish you can just loan me a week each.
That one cannot happen.
Can't. It is our fundamental human rights. So we need.
Let HR
Okay.
here.
They said it's not too. Abimbola is not here with us. She's a bit poorly. We wish her quick recovery.
Yeah.
And we miss you.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, it's good to be back. Leave or no leave, I'm back. And we have to do what we have to do.
But you're looking tired.
I'm not tired though. I am not.
How can you go on 6 weeks leave and come back?
I enjoyed myself, especially the first 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, do you want to share?
So you-
Not on TV.
Okay.
All right, so many interesting things happening in the country. For me, the most embarrassing one is that of the national grid. Of course, it's part of what we are going to talk about as part of our news points today. You know the name that I've given to that national grid now? Abiku.
In fact, if someone said even Abiku, they learn for when National Grid Day.
Saturday morning, the whole country was thrown into darkness again. I was around 8:30, 8:35 a.m. and I was wondering what is going on again. Only for me to go to my phone and see social media.
To National Grid.
It's national grid. Edejo. What needs to be done? But yesterday I saw a report that the federal government is likely alleged that they might concession it to the private sector so that it can be better managed.
Who are the discos? Who are the Gencos?
Are they not
private
sector?
investors?
Thank you.
Some of those infrastructure, our power infrastructure, I think they are archaic.
And
So it's part of the major problem that we are facing as we speak. And I do not really know what the Honorable Minister of Power is doing. I belong to Band A. Before my leave, I used to enjoy like 20 hours of power supply, but now, I don't even know. Sometimes it is 5. And I'm still
And you're still
paying
on
the
Band
same
A?
rate.
when I was complaining here the other day, Abimbola said, maybe when there is no light, they are still saving your... But when you pay, you are paying at the rate of Band A, which is 225. Yesterday, I bought 25,000 naira worth. It was 111 units.
Yes, now.
For 25,000.
Yes.
And you are not fulfilling your own part of the contract. And I'm paying so much for power. I don't know. I have a friend who lives inside Omole Phase 1 here. During the day, he's on solar.
Oh, fantastic.
At night, inverter.
Inverter.
So and he said they are beginning to complain that he's not recharging, he's not doing this.
Because I'm not on your grid. I'm not on any of your bands, and I don't belong to
goodness.
any disco dancing.
Honestly, it's not funny. And, you know, too many things that we have to battle with as Nigerians. The high cost of living, high cost of transportation. There is no power. I don't even know what else to say again, honestly. And in some other climes, the basic necessities of lives are the major concern of government.
Yes.
And they dare not give excuse or excuses. But here, you know, we inherited this problem. I'm not the one that created this problem, blah, 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 forgetting that government is continuing.
But that wasn't what you promised when you were campaigning.
Abi?
You said you will come, you will solve everything. If you don't give us electricity, nobody should vote you back in 2027. You had so many things to say.
Our hope shall be renewed.
Your
You
hope shall
promised
be
us, you
renewed.
assured us of many things, and
But it's just how many years now? A year plus?
Ajibola, I beg you.
Calm down.
I beg you, I beg you, I beg you.
Your hope shall be renewed.
He's working
I promise
towards
you.
it. Don't worry.
Amen. Somebody said amen.
Amen.
That's good. That's the
Amen
spirit.
to that.
Anyway, we quickly go to our news points this morning, and I think the best place to start this morning is with the national grid, which is the story I'm taking. Grid collapses 105 times in 10 years, despite $1.4 billion loan. Despite the huge investment in the power sector, the national grid collapsed about 105 times under the administrations of President Bola Tinubu and his predecessor, Muhammadu Buhari. The Punch report findings on Sunday showed that Nigeria secured about 10 loans worth $4.36 billion from the World Bank over the past decade to address key challenges in the power sector. Although not all 10 World Bank loans have been disbursed by the federal government and other multilateral agencies, they have provided billions of naira to revamp the industry. But despite these funds, the sector is still struggling, witnessing incessant grid collapses, which has repeatedly plunged the country into widespread blackouts. Both Buhari and Tinubu, members of the APC, promised to turn things around positively in the power sector. We are yet to see that. However, it appears the challenges of the power sector overwhelmed the Buhari administration, which took over from former President Goodluck Jonathan of the PDP. Data obtained from different sources, including the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, showed that the grid collapsed approximately 93 times during the 8-year rule of Buhari from June 2015 to May 2023. The national grid, according to NEC, is a vast network of electrical transmission lines that link power stations to end-use customers across the country, and it is designed to function within specific stability boundaries, including voltage and frequency. And of course, the story went on and on and on. So, 105 times in 10 years, despite $1.4 billion loan. So what have we done with the loans?
Ajibola, no, they said, even though they said not all loans have been disbursed,
Yeah.
but
even the
ones that
that
have been disbursed in billions of
dollars.
That is a lot. Talking about Saturday, when I heard that President Bola Tinubu was back in the country. I said, this man is coming back into darkness. How did he feel, you know, stepping down from the plane and of course there will be generators, but he will ask questions now.
Yeah.
Why are we using generator? And you'll tell, or maybe they have their own
generator
national grid.
is a normal thing in
They have their own
Nigeria.
national grid in Aso Rock.
Whether Aso Rock or no Aso Rock.
There was
Generator is a
always
normal
the power
thing.
supply there.
It's a normal thing.
It's so embarrassing.
Honestly. Then when is the Mr. President going to reshuffle his cabinet? Or all the ministers are performing?
When I knew you were coming to work today, I thought I said Ajibola is going to come and ask after Adiza and her report.
Where is the report? When is it coming out?
Do you know that it was alleged that when President Bola Tinubu traveled, you know, 2 weeks ago, some people said, he's ready to change the cabinet. That was why he left the country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't understand. Anyway, we hope that things will get better, especially as regards this Abiku national grid that we have in the country. Is becoming too embarrassing, and something must be done. If indeed we want to attract investors to come into the country, where's the power they are going to use to power their industries?
You know the independent power system that was launched in Abia State, was it in February or March?
Yeah.
I've been asking that question. I don't know anybody from Abia State. I don't know, or maybe like somebody that works with NEC or one of the discos to find out once the national grid collapses, does it affect
them there?
Yeah, does it affect Abia State? So,
okay, the one done by this former Minister of Power,
Bath
Naji.
Bath Naji,
Yeah.
yes. I keep asking. Look,
I think that is what we should copy, if indeed we are serious.
because I heard that it also supplies some form of energy also to the national grid.
Yeah.
It does. So many questions.
It is well with our country.
Yes.
Well.
It is well, but it's not funny. Okay, I'll take my story. Ajibola.
Yeah.
Okay, hashtag NSAS 4 years after Amnesty International sounds alarm over continued police abuses. Amnesty International Nigeria has said it continues to receive reports of human rights abuses, including unlawful detention, extortion, torture, and sexual violence by the Nigerian police 4 years after the October 2020 EndSARS protest. The nationwide protest held between October 1 and 2020 were organized to demand an end to police brutality, particularly by the now disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, of the Nigeria Police. However, the protest abruptly ended on October 20, 2020, following the loss of lives at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos after an alleged shooting by members of the Nigerian military. In a statement issued, Amnesty International called on the Nigerian government to address ongoing human rights violations by the police, noting that these abuses continue to foster a culture of impunity and leave Nigerians vulnerable to the same violations that triggered the 2020 EndSARS protest. I do agree with Amnesty International in all of these, because I remember when was it December 25, 2022, when that lady was killed.
Pregnant woman.
Yes, pregnant woman.
I think she was a lawyer.
A lawyer was killed, and it happened again yesterday. Why did they have to arrest them? Hassan Soweto and the others. Why did they have to arrest them?
Honestly, when you reflect back on what happened in 2020, why some of our youth took to the street to protest police brutality, and compare it with what is happening today, there is really no difference, because the officers, or some officers and men of the Nigerian police, they have this impression that they are above the law, they are not meant to serve the people, they are meant to intimidate them and oppress them. Because when you see the way they relate with civilians sometimes, you wonder if the federal government is actually paying these officers with the taxpayers' money. They want to arrest you, they will cock their guns. Instead of showing you their warrant of arrest.
Do it in a civil manner. No, they won't.
Exactly. Then must you carry guns all the time? Then what are the lessons that we have learned from these EndSARS protests? What are we doing to make things better? And of course, create a better relationship between citizens and officers and men of the Nigerian police?
I think they need to go through a series of training and retraining.
It's the mindset.
Yeah, but they will tell you from time to time that they are training them on how to relate better with citizens, but we are not seeing the difference.
I've always asked the question that, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, Nigerian police.
And before now, I'm sorry, Adebimpe, they said it was because their uniform was black.
But
now we have changed it.
Is it about the color?
No.
Or the mindset?
It's the mindset.
Sometime last week, or was it over the weekend, there was a video that went viral, I think in Edo State or Delta State, of a policeman that raped an inmate to unconsciousness. Also, the lady was unconscious. I saw the video. I saw the policeman putting on his trousers while that person was doing the video. And I begin to wonder what manner of people are being recruited into the police force. You meet some of them, fantastic guys,
officers,
wonderful people,
fantastic officers. But some of them are just, I'm sorry to use this word, but I will use it. They're animals.
You have bad eggs everywhere.
You know, there was a similar incident at Ogudu GRA, where a young girl was raped by one of the officers of that police station. It was an allegation, and it's still, I think they're still investigating.
The mother sent he has raped her.
The girl to the police station, and lo and behold, the officer raped the girl inside his office. Well, whether blue or black, I think they need reorientation,
Has nothing to do
and
with
of course maybe some form of test before they are recruited into the Nigerian police.
It's disturbing, Ajibola.
It is. Well. All right, enjoy your story.
All right, Lagos warns of flooding as water level rises. The Lagos State government has raised the alarm over a renewed threat of flash flooding in the state following the intensity of rainfall experienced on Thursday, which has been described as the heaviest in many months. The government, in a statement signed by the Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, obtained on Sunday explained that coupled with the release of water by the authorities of Onyo Dam, the channels could no longer discharge into the rivers. He said the intensity of the rainfalls between Wednesday and Thursday led to the levels of the major rivers rising, thus making it difficult for the major drainage channels to discharge until it goes down. A few days ago at Kara, the water level recorded 2.2 meters, which most likely might hit the threshold anytime soon. At Isheri North GRA, the water level was recorded at 20.015 meters, which is above the flood threshold. This shows that the catchment areas along these axes are already experiencing river flooding. At Majidun, in the whole year, the peak water level was recorded on October 14 at 1.466 meters, while the minimum value was at 0.538 meters at Falomo. With the incessant rainfall coupled with water releases from Opda, both upstream and downstream of Lagos State will experience flooding along the corridors. You know, at Kara, because I go through that place every day, the water has really, I mean, the level is really high. Even while you're on the
Over
long
the
bridge.
bridge?
No, before the one at Kara.
Okay, Kara.
Yes, high, the level is high. And then on the long bridge, it's almost getting to the tip of.
But it's not on the road yet.
It's not on the road yet. Yes, almost getting. It's really, really high. Yes.
So
This is the highest
Well-
I have seen so far.
The Lagos State government is advising everybody now to please vacate those communities that are
Yeah.
likely to be affected,
Igbo no ma love.
because this is more or less like an
Ajibola,
annual.
where are they
Yes.
going to? Vacate to where? Everybody should get
Some
their
people, those living
everybody should
around,
get their pumping machines ready.
to pump. When you pump, you put it where.
Really, there's really nowhere to go. Where are they going
Some
to?
people have vacated their houses already.
To where?
Some people have.
But you
I
know,
those
this is
living
more or
in
less like
OP.
an annual ritual.
Yes.
We know it will come, and I'm going to sound a bit sarcastic now. I pity the likes of Joy, and those of you living in that axis, you need to be very, very careful, and of course, be safety conscious, because it's going to get worse with time. It's going to get worse with time, but we'll just continue to appeal to people to listen to government. Just find somewhere to go and live, pending when the rain season will be over.
This is not the time to go and start squatting with someone.
Squat with who?
And for those of you who are in the habit of blocking canals or draining
Dumping.
channels with your refuse,
Indiscriminate waste
please, you need to stop. You need to stop. Water will find its level, and at the end of the day, you will suffer for it. So you have been advised now by the government of Lagos State to please look for an alternative. And it is not only those living in Ogun State. I think Ikorodu is also affected with this dam, and of course Opik and the rest of those areas. Ogun River Basin, yeah. So that's an appeal coming from the Honorable Commissioner for the Environment in Lagos State. We hope that Lagosians and every Nigerian will listen and, of course, do the needful, because the rains are going to be quite much as we approach the end of this month, which is October. Yeah. So we'll move to X now. Over the weekend, you know, different stories coming out about the Chief of Army Staff, Lagbaja. Of course, fake news. I think it was yesterday.
Yes,
Some
yesterday.
people said the man was dead. And the army came out to say that he's not dead, though. He's on official leave, and necessary protocols have been put in place for another officer to act on his behalf while he's away. And there are insinuations that he's out of the country to get medical attention, to do this and that. But the Nigerian Army has dismissed the media report suggesting that there is leadership vacuum following the absence of the Chief of Army Staff, Taoreed Lagbaja.
According to reports yesterday, it is alleged that the Chief of Army Staff is not feeling too well. It is rumored that it is a terminal disease. It's cancer, the third stage or fourth stage, and some even insinuated that he was dead. I tried to make my findings, but everybody was quiet. You know, people that I know that would have the first-hand information, but everybody just went quiet. Nobody said anything. So later reports came in from the Nigerian army that no, he's alive, but he's out of the country. They did not mention
Why?
why.
According to the report that I have here, Army says Lagbaja is on official leave and necessary protocols have been put in place for somebody to act on his behalf.
Yes,
So there is no vacuum of
Vacuum.
leadership. And of course, we should not panic. But I know that at the end of the day, the true picture of things
Will come out.
is going to get to Nigerians at the end of the day. So that's what is trending on X this morning. We'll be taking a very short break on the program at this moment. But before then, we'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on some of the stories that we read earlier today? Do connect with us on our social media platforms. We'll take a very quick break. We'll be right back on the show.